I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Eagles come away with a 7-point win. Joe Little Bighorn pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Saints beat the Patriots. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. Luckily, we had a relatively injury-free week, which makes my job just that much easier. Eugene Wilson is arguably the biggest name on this list. Unfortunately, the doctors have confirmed a cracked vertebra in his neck, keeping him out for the rest of the season. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
In the city by the bay, San Francisco, we had the 49ers get edged out by 2 points. Down in Qualcomm Stadium, we had the Chargers get nipped by 3 points. The Redskins defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Raleigh, Maryland. Colts, Broncos. Peyton Manning is in the backfield. The line of scrimmage is the 17-yard line. Swings out to the left. A very quick pass. Shakes one tackle. Pulls over another one. Beautiful touchdown. The Colts go on to win this by the final score of 45-34. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Baron Tanner will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 4 years, $3.3 million. Lance Nemo will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Patriots. Brady Smith is going to find himself with a new club, and he'll be in a new tax bracket, too. 4 years, $2.9 million. Joaquin Gonzalez is on the move as well as he signs a 3-year contract with the Seahawks.
Roy Williams pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Lions beat the Titans. By the coal mines of Pittsburgh, we had the Steelers get squeezed out by 4 points. Up in Chicago, we had the Bears come away with a 7-point win. The Vikings airmailed 300-plus yards in their victory at the HHH Metrodome. Santana Moss had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Jets beat the Bengals. Raiders, Seahawks. Sean Alexander is at the 25-yard line, and boy, his line's been doing a good job for him today. And here they go again. Bounces outside, makes the move himself at the 25. Touchdown! The Seahawks go on to win this by the final score of 21-16.
All right, Chris. Well, trades aren't quite as common in the NFL nowadays as they are in other sports, certainly. But we've got news to report to you on the trading front nonetheless. Vernon Carey leaves the Dolphins and is on his way to the Bills, and they obviously see that as one of the areas that needs improvement. In exchange, they'll get someone to beef up their roster. This guy will step in, perhaps not knowing what his role will be initially, but he'll find out soon enough.
So that'll just about do it. But before we go, I'm going to toss out a few game balls to my prime-time players. Each and every one of these men had a week to remember. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.